Hi, everybody. Russ and the West Ham Network. Hope you're all safe and well, my friends. Happy Hump Day. Pinch punch first month as well. No returns. And obviously the end of the transfer window as well. I did a bit of a ranty piece at lunchtime. Check it out. Let me know what you think about youth and kids and West Ham and the academy and life in general. Quite a contemplative show. Just gave me a reason to vent. Anyway, we've got Hammers headlines in association with the KUMB.com boys. Three games, three stories rather, and we head to the Newcastle game now. Yes, we head to the Newcastle game, and there is some light at the end of the tunnel potentially for West Ham. Obviously, Newcastle played yesterday in the second leg of the semi-final against Southampton, and obviously they got through to the Carabao Cup final, which is fantastic for them. But it came at a price. Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. No. So their star Brazilian midfielder, Bruno Guimarães, will miss Saturday's Premier League clash against West Ham. The Brazilian midfielder, who's been one of the standout performers for the Magpies this season, has picked up a 3-match suspension, having been shown a straight red in the second half on their game last night for a foul on the Saints forward, Emmanuel Edozie. I think it was because we were doing the deadline day live stream with Matt Jarvis and Tonka, Ray Stewart as well, and by all accounts it was a yellow card, which was then VAR'd to a red card. And actually, when you see the still, it's not a very nice tackle indeed. Unlike suspension rules for yellow cards, which are sort of competition specific, red cards carry across all competitions now, meaning Bruno will not miss the Carabao Cup final on February the 26th, but will miss the next 3 league games for Newcastle. And also Newcastle star striker, they're signing in the summer, Alexander Isak, also went off injured yesterday, having recently just returned back from injury. So we'll see what happens there. Of course, Chris Woods, who loves a goal against West Ham, he's at Nottingham Forest now on loan, but they've still got bloody Callum Wilson. So we'll have the Oppo chat, and we'll have all the preview and your predicted 11. So if you want to pick who you're going to think will play for West Ham, check out the community tab on the West Ham Network and have your say. Put your votes in. So we don't talk about Bruno and we don't talk about no signings. So obviously it was a very frustrating transfer window deadline day for West Ham fans, with obviously Harrison Ashby and Manny Longello both leaving the club on permanent deals, and we were unable to bring anyone in. Apparently we were unable to. The one that may have happened is this chap, Sean Moore, 17-year-old, plies his trade for Cliftonville over in Northern Ireland, was tipped to be making a deadline day move to East London, and then the idea was we'd buy him and then load him back to Cliftonville for the rest of the season. However, despite discussions taking place between all parties, it appeared the move is now likely to be finalised in the summer instead, thus making our transfer deadline day activity null and void, really, and completely uneventful. We've been monitoring Moore quite closely for a while, and obviously we're monitoring closely for the remainder of the season, with a view to getting the deal over the line at the end of the current campaign. Also, apparently we were interested and made tentative inquiries for Sanday Burge from Sheffield United. That's according to Norwegian outlet TV2. Fulham apparently had prepared a £4.5 million year contract for him, albeit personal terms were never agreed, and West Ham decided to maybe, well, shall we have a go? And we decided not to, with Moisey seemingly content with his options at his disposal. I read an article today saying maybe it's a masterstroke and will instill the players with lots of confidence because you haven't brought any players in. I think you're clutching at straws. There we go. It can be argued West Ham are the only club in the relegation battle to actually have a weaker squad than at the start of the window, given the departures of Dulce, Ashby, Darren Randolph, and obviously Longello and Egwa. Although Egwa, to be honest, Longello and Egwa wouldn't feature, and obviously Longello was already on loan at Birmingham. Although Everton didn't buy anyone in it. I don't know, we're having a meltdown. Check out Toffee TV and the others. They're having a meltdown for the Everton lot as well, particularly with obviously Anthony Gordon making a £45 million switch to Newcastle. Could probably make his debut on Saturday maybe. And they've got a new right back as well, who's quite handy. Hopefully he won't play. And in terms of starting to look to the summer now, Apparently, according to The Athletic, it reports that Antonio is now likely to leave West Ham in the summer, despite staying at the club in January. He was heavily linked to a move away from the London Stadium, especially when we brought in Danny Ings. However, with Danny's injury, in theory, he's the only. Well, he is our only senior striker or forward we have available on the books. You know, out and out one, so to speak. Obviously, with Bowen can sort of deputise in that position as well, but it is really him and maybe Mbama as well. Talksport reported last month that Everton were one of the clubs interested in him. Wolves also interested. We know Forest had an interest. Chelsea had the tentative inquiry as well. But apparently, according to The Athletic, he's likely to leave at the end of the season. He failed to secure his move away. Obviously, it'll be a blow to West Ham to lose someone like Antonio. But he's 33. He's still actually got 2 years left in his contract. 32, 33. So, obviously, that gives until the summer for the likes of Skamaka to properly adjust to English football by the time he leaves, Danny Ings to get back from injury, and Barmer to step up and be the third choice, and then we move to the summer and see who we're not going to buy in the summer as well. But I think there's several clubs, and Anton did a piece about it the other day. I think there's 5 players now out of contract or entering the final year of their contract, which runs out in the summer. The likes of Fabianski, although he does have a year option. There's a few others as well. So I think we went into the transfer window of 8 players, and then people and then we ended up with 5 players left, who are, because Conor Coventry obviously signed new terms before he moved to Rotherham on loan, along with Jordan Hugill. The poor lad never did walk out of the bubbles. And I think also Domingos Queena's there as well. He moved there as well in transfer deadline day. So a little sort of Blues Brothers getting the band back together at Rotherham. And that's it, my friends. As I said, we've got plenty of stuff coming on. We're going to have the Oppo chat. We'll have all the stuff for the Newcastle game next week. Got a couple of ex-Hammer interviews hopefully coming up, so make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell notification. When you hit the bell, it gives you 4 options. It's up to you to pick it, but if you want everything, you pick all. And then you get all the notifications. So take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble. Keep the faith, my friends, and we'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye-bye.